Today we're going to be tackling one of the most confusing aspects of your human design chart. What is the difference between a gate, a hanging gate, and a channel? So if you've ever stared at those tiny little numbers and those colored lines in your chart, wondering what on earth am I looking at, this video is for you. Hi, by the way, if we haven't met before, my name is Veronica. I'm a coach and human design guide. And on this channel, I talk about human design in a way that is simple to understand and easy to implement so that you can find more alignment in who you are, what you do, and how you do it. So if you'd like to see more content like this, then I hope you'll stick around. If you're new to human design, you can get a free human design chart over on my website, along with personalized reports that help you dive deeper into all of the things that we discuss here on my videos. So if you're interested, I'll leave those links down below. But without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Let's first of all cover the basics. In your human design chart, you will see 9 different shapes. These are your energy centers, and they can either be defined, colored in, or undefined, which will show it as white. These are energetic hubs that give you insights into how your energy flows and how it's shared with the world around you. Between those shapes, or those energy centers, you will see lines. These are called channels. Each channel is made up of 2 gates. These are the numbers that you see at either end of the line. You can think of these as 2 puzzle pieces that are locked together. And when both gates are activated in your chart, the whole channel lights up. In human design, it's actually those small numbers, the gates, that determine everything in your chart. Because when a gate is active in your chart, it lights up part of a channel. And if both gates are active, then the whole channel lights up and comes alive. And once a channel is defined and becomes active, it automatically defines the 2 energy centers that it connects. So the energy centers in your chart aren't just randomly colored in. They are defined because the energy from your gates and channels is flowing there. A gate is basically a specific energetic theme or trait. Overall, there are 64 gates in the human design chart, and they each represent a unique expression of energy. These are kind of like personality traits or archetypes. Not all of the gates will be active in your specific chart. Each chart will be different. So the gates that are active in my chart will be different to the gates that are active in your chart. If you have a gate activated in your chart, you carry the theme of that gate within you. This is energy that you naturally express and experience. Now, the curious ones out there are probably wondering what determines which gates are active in a chart versus not active. The gates that are active in your chart are determined by the specific time, date, and location of your birth. Each planet, like the sun, the moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury, was sitting in a very specific position at the time of your birth. Based on the position of those planets, it would have created a unique set of activated gates within your chart. I'm not going to go into too much detail with regards to this because it is quite nuanced, and for the purpose of this video, I want to give more of an overview, especially for those of you who are new to human design. But for those of you who are curious and would like to learn more, then maybe I can do a more in-depth video at some point in the future. If you'd like that, let me know in the comments. Now, what is a hanging gate? If only one gate at either end of a channel is active or lights up, that's what we call a hanging gate. A hanging gate is essentially saying that the energy is present there, but it's almost reaching out, looking for connection. So when you have a hanging gate in your chart, you might notice that you're attracted to or magnetized to people that essentially have the opposite gate active in their chart. It's almost like the energy of their hanging gate locks in with the energy of your hanging gate, and together you create a fully active channel. I think this is so beautiful to picture and visualize because it goes to show how we all complement and amplify and complete one another in different ways. And in human design, we refer to this experience as an electromagnetic connection. And although you often don't know other people's charts, that is why you often just click with certain people, because their hanging channels complete your own, which I think is really cool. Now let's talk about what is a channel. When both gates at either end of a channel are active in your chart, that channel lights up permanently, meaning that there's a continuous and reliable flow of energy between those 2 energy centers. That energy is consistently present within your system, and it's something that you can tap into all the time. Fun fact, it is actually your active channels that determine your energy type. So whether you're a manifestor, a manifesting generator, projector, or reflector. Although reflectors are slightly different because they don't have any active channels or any defined energy centers, which is what makes them a reflector. To give you an example, if you have a channel that is connected to your sacral center, that that is what is going to make you either a generator or a manifesting generator. Or if you have a channel that connects one of the motor centers to your throat, but your sacral is undefined, so there's no channel that connects to your sacral, that's what would make you a manifester. So although in human design we often start with the energy type, which is the most foundational and broadest aspect of your design, it's actually the gates and therefore the channels that determine those very things in your chart. But of course, it's so much easier when people are getting started to get their head around being a specific energy type rather than understanding the nuances of gates, channels, active channels, hanging channels, and so on and so forth. So it's still really interesting information and very helpful information, but I would always encourage people to start with the energy type and really get acquainted with what it means to be one of the 5 energy types and the strategy that comes with that and the not-self theme and the signature, because there's such important starting points and very actionable starting points that can help you find more alignment. But then in time, it's also really interesting and helpful to start to dive a little bit deeper and understand these are the key aspects of what makes you you. Let's talk about the difference between how you experience the gates that sit inside one of your defined energy centers versus the gates that sit inside one of your open or undefined energy centers. In a defined energy center, the gate energy is consistent and reliable. It's a steady part of how you show up in the world and the energy that you can tap into and share with others. To give an example, if you have gate 20 active in your chart, and this is within a defined throat center, you'll have this tendency to naturally express yourself in the now with presence, day in, day out. When it comes to the active gates within an open energy center or an undefined energy center, the energy of that center is inconsistent and is amplified. So it's kind of like that energy is dormant within you and it lights on and off depending on who is around you and also the transits in the sky. So what is happening with the planets and how they're moving and shifting and how that is impacting the collective energies around us. So for example, if you still have the gate 20 active in your chart, but your throat isn't overall defined, sometimes you'll feel super in the moment and very expressive, and other times you just won't. And that's okay. That's aligned for you. And it's really about starting to notice when and how your energy shows up and wants to be shared and when it simply doesn't. So to sum it up, the energy of the gates within a defined energy center are constantly present and they are a constant theme within your system. Whereas the gates within an open or undefined energy center will become inconsistent because they're activated depending on what's going on in the world around you. And the wisdom of that gate gets amplified and is designed to be shared when it gets activated by the world around you. So why is any of this important? Personally, I believe that you can find alignment without knowing any of this. You can really shift into a more aligned life, like I mentioned earlier, by simply starting to honor your energy type, your strategy, and your authority. And these smaller pieces kind of slot into place. However, they are very helpful when you want to start to understand more of why you do some of the things you do, why there might be repeating patterns in your life, why certain personality traits, that's what we would call them day to day, are really part of who you are. And they also help you determine what's conditioning, right? So what are the things that perhaps are holding you back that you've collected along the way based on external expectations and upbringing and culture and societal pressures, and what are actual running themes within you. And even within those running themes, there's always a light and a shadow. So to give you an example, something that I've done within the Human Design Codex, which is a personalized human design report based on your chart, is that I've broken down the theme of each gate, but I've also shown you how this energy shows up when you're in alignment and you're honoring the energy of that gate in a positive way versus how it might be showing up when you are not, and when you're living based on your conditioning. And it's very helpful to notice where you sit on that spectrum, because these can offer you helpful guiding posts on how to get back on track, on the things that you need to let go of, or that you need to remove, or that you need to stop doing, or the boundaries that you need to put in place in order to be in alignment with the energy of your gates, be in alignment with the energy of your channels, of your centers, and of your overall design. So let's do a super quick recap. Gates are the numbers that you see in your chart, and they are individual energetic themes. You can think of them as small puzzle pieces. Hanging gates refer to when one of the gates at the end of a channel is active or lit up, but the gate at the other end of the channel is not. This means that the energy of that gate is always reaching out, looking for connection in others. Channels are the lines in your chart, and these become active or colored in or lit up when the gates at either end of the channel are active. It means that there's energy flowing through that channel, and the theme and qualities of that channel are consistent within your design and almost become a superpower because they blend the gift of the gates at either end. So this is when the two puzzle pieces come together and complete the picture. Defined center gates are the gates within a defined energy center, meaning that the energy of that gate is consistently present within your chart, no matter what might be going on around you. Open center gates are the gates that are present within an open energy center, a white or undefined energy center, meaning that the energy of that gate is dormant within you and only becomes active based on the people around you or the changes in planetary positions. So next time you're looking at your chart, I hope that you will at least know what those different numbers and shapes and lines and colors mean, and that it will give you more confidence in understanding yourself on a deeper level. As always, if you have any further questions, please leave them in the comment section below and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you would like to dive deeper into your gates and channels, you can download your personalized report over on my website, and I'll also leave information down below on how you can book a human design reading with me so that I can personally take you through all of this on a one-to-one call. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope to see you here in the next one. Bye guys!